Welcome to another race. And this is the deal, guys. Let me tell you something before we start this. I'm doing these videos for memories, for you, for having something to go back and check. And this is something that I want you to do in this video. If you have done this race before, or if you have ride on this place before, I want you to check. This is a lap and a half. That's pretty much what I have. I wasn't able to record the ending. The camera didn't last. But I want you to check this lap and tell me what you think. In my opinion, versus the last time that we raced in Three Forks, this is way better. Last time we raced we did first 7 miles. It was kind of like going towards one end, and then there was a cone that you have to turn around and then come back, so you were facing traffic. This time they decide to do they were able to do a different, and let me tell you, in my personal experience, was amazing. Despite we have a part where there was sand, but this is what gravel is about. Gravel, the difference in between gravel is not just that the speed is lower, or you have to put more power to sustain the speed, that if you are in the road, because all the sand and all the gravel and the environment. Also, you have things like sand, wood. In this place, we have to go. You're gonna see a fence that is coming right here. We have to go through that fence. The first time that we went as a big group, the fence was open. The second time, it was not. It was just the door. So it's kind of like it's adrenaline. It's adrenaline, guys, and that's amazing. So the sand part, I did not was aware of, because I didn't do a recon the day before, which is pretty bad if you're doing a race not to have the time to do the recon before. But other than that, the first lap I didn't took a good line, and you're gonna see it here. In the second lap, I already knew where to go, and it was more easy. So I was towards the back, kind of watching what was different. Also, there was a part that we have to go over. You have to see this. It's compared to last year, it's a 2.0. So I'm gonna get back to you in a second with a different story, but that's what I wanted to tell you, that this was a different monster. We have this year, every year. This is my second year doing this race. This time I'm doing an as a sprint open classification. Last year I did the 40 plus sprint, and I was able to win the jersey for the series. This time is pretty intense. We got teams, we got people that are super strong as well, and the race is more attractive for sure. So I'm gonna tell you more about the teams and the tactics and everything in a second. But if you have the time, I'm not gonna cut any corners. I'm just gonna leave the entire race until the camera die, so you can see how it's set up for the Three Forks for this year 2026 gun riding. I am back, and you may say it's just a sec. For you, it's just a second, but I was out for like 30 minutes. That's why I wanted to finish that first audio. And now let's talk about teams. I'm talking about teams. I'm looking right now at two of the Trek teams. This is the sprint category right here. But we also have the marathon. Marathon would double the miles of the sprint. Sprint has 2 laps, and marathon has 4. So it's close to 30 miles compared to marathon, which is close to 60 miles. And for those of you that doesn't know and haven't raced this series yet from gun riding, I would recommend it. This is a really good series. It's in different places, so you're always going with a different scenario and situations. So the series is 6 races. if you're competing by the jersey, you have to race at least five. If you race a six, they would take one down, and they would, of course, use the one that has less points, and they would take that one out. So I just take that corner little white right there. I'm watching the video as I go on. I'm talking, but this, let's talk about Trek. Trek is a sponsor of the series, and they putting money into it. We have getting prims, fast lap in different categories. Trek has plenty of people, plenty of strong people, I would say, in different categories. They have, like right now, I'm behind Tony. Tony's racing the 60 plus. They got 50 plus. In this race, the person that won was from from Trek, was a 50 plus. It's one of the guys that has like a one of the book bag, like a water bag in the back. They have in the open category. They have in the 40. They have every single category. They have someone representing, but they race pretty good as a team. They know where to attack. They know where to slow down. They won't block, but they will slow down. So if you a couple of wheels behind and you don't know what is happening, like something like this, for example, you don't know what is happening at the front. They may be going full power, or they may just slowing down. So it depends of what's going on. So in my category, the person that is winning right now is from Trek. I got another person, which is the one that just launched that attack, that is in second place, and I'm in third overall. This is going for the series. Besides of what we get in every individual race, we count all the points, and we're going for the series. So I'm in the third place. So I have to watch two guys here in this race. The first and second in front of me. I have to watch them pretty close, but I also need to know what's going on. Look at the guy from Trek right here, red socks and the bag. That's the guy that won the race. So we got the next guy from Trek, which is the front right here. He's the one in first place. Pretty strong guy. I would say one of the strongest from the Trek squad. So the other guy at the front right here, that's the other guy that is a contender for my race. We're racing the open category. So I at that point, he was going away. I can allow that. But as I was getting close to him, I see that he's just like waiting for us. So kind of like, okay, let me just rotate in front of him, giving a little break, and let's keep working together. But and also he was giving us a sign that was people coming. But those people coming forward, they're not part of the race. It's an open course, so people are around. So this is the other guy, the other rider that is part of the ones that I need to watch out. I have my teammate here, Williams, and let me get back to the teams. Teams, we have major teams racing. We have a lot of money also on the line. They put in for marathon category. I think that they have $750 for the winner, and it goes down. That's for the winner of the series, plus the jersey, and a lot of fun through the races. It's a lot of fun. These guys that organize a race, they're pretty awesome, and they take care of safety and all the stuff, which is pretty good. A little different from Miami for sure. They will mark the corners, and you don't have to worry too much about being blind in the middle of the race and turning to the left when you're supposed to turn to the right. But despite that, let's get back to the teams. Trek, one of the major teams. We have the Cowboys, another big team, but most of them are on the marathon. We have our friend David here, which is pretty close to launch one of the biggest attack to the front. So he's racing here, and he's right there on the right. He's going forward now. So we still haven't get to the he's launching his attack. You can see it in between the bicycles right there. He win. And I was talking to him after the race. He was pretty happy. You can see him at the distance over there. He was pretty happy with the numbers that he threw, despite that he was a little sick. And I'm pretty proud he's winning in his category, because this is the thing. If you haven't raced this, let me tell you, there is not just one category racing here. We have, they call it a sprint. Sprint means that we have 30 miles or less, and but we have women's category. You can see two of them right now on the right side of the screen. We have the open category, which is the one that pretty much all the pros race, and then we have the open 40. Any pros, any person that is over 40 can race, doesn't have to be a pro. Open 50, anyone over 50 that doesn't want to do the open or the 40s. Open 60s category, anyone that wants to do the 60 plus because they deserve it. They make it to the 60s and they're pretty strong and consistent, and they don't want to deal with the guy that is on the 40s, on the 50s, so they don't want to deal with the guy that is on the open, which could be a 20 years old guy, super strong, full of energy. So we have all that, and then we also have beginners. So if you are a beginner, you don't have to be a beginner in cycling, but if you're a beginner in gravel and you want to test your water, you don't have to be on the open category where there is most of us that we already race and we know how to race in the gravel. It's your first race, it's your second race in gravel. You feel that you still need to race as a beginner. They won't judge you. You start at the beginning, and even if it's your second season and you begin is what you think that you should go as a beginner, and you can do that. So all those categories are combined in this group. So don't be discouraged if you come to a race and you don't finish in the front group, because maybe that was not what you meant to race. And you can be in a second, third group, and you also still win your category. So you don't have to win the whole peloton to be the winner of your category. So keep that in mind, because even though that we have around 40 people here, maybe a little less, they are not in the same category. I think that my race was like 8 people or 10. I don't remember exactly, but that's what it was all together in the open category. And there was categories that have more or less. So here we go. We're getting close to the part where we are gonna go to the sand, and I want you to watch that closely. Watch that, because that's different, completely different from last year. Last year you took this road all the way until you saw a cone, and you have to like kind of put your foot on the ground, because you have to do it at 360 on this area to come back. And usually, and this happened for 2 years in a row, usually you have tailwind in this part, and then on the way back you have massive headwind. And I remember, like right now we're going 26, 27 miles an hour, but we have tailwind. In the way back we probably were coming like 14, 13 miles an hour. This is gravel, guys. This is not a crit or a road race where you sustain this speed. In gravel, you don't go that fast unless you are like sprinting or you have tailwind. So I'm really happy with these races, because you're not just chasing a one-day race. You're chasing, and this is something that happens, and I felt it last year. And you build not just an adventure, but you also build friendship, and because you see these people in the first race, you see them on the second race, third race. You have to be someone that doesn't like to talk or doesn't like to communicate at all. to spend all these races together and not at least kind of know the people that you're riding. And so you making friends, not just racing against all the teams and against other people. You're also making friends through these races. It's not one time deal and you don't see anyone else anymore. No, it's more like it's a tour. It's a tour. It's a 6 races, different times during different months, and then at the end, and also you have 2 time trials. So if you haven't done any of the races, you have 2 time trials. So we're going right now to the sun. So this was for me a little scary. I didn't check this part, so I didn't know what to expect. And there was a lot of people at the front. So when you get to places like this, you have to be really careful, because one slight mistake that you make, you are in big trouble. Even if someone at the front get in a in a in a sand and crash, you're done. You're not gonna be able to get the front of the group anymore. So this type of places is good to be at the front. You can see my power right here. I'm bouncing from, well, right now, but I'm bouncing from the 200s to 300s just to sustain the wheel in front of me in this sand. And I was kind of like, I don't like, okay, this is one of the worst parts for me. I was in the center and I was in no man's land, and I kind of like, I got stuck in, you will see, I got stuck in a sand and kind of like lose the wheel. I have to like get back, but I was trying to find, but I wasn't able to see. Everyone was like running. They were going fast. There was a lot of people that knew the route, so they were going fast. And I'm trying to see what I can see how people bouncing back. I got Phoebe next to me over here. She was bouncing to the side. I almost got in trouble there. Now I'm following my teammate right here, which getting back to the point of teams. Now we got a team of 4 that are gonna dedicate the time and travel to do these races. So super excited to have 4 people, 4 different categories, and doing so well so far. Coffee Riders is a new team coming out of Naples, Florida for this year. And we have 4 people that are 3 people plus me. Oh, that's a sun right there. Oh my God. I was so scary at that point. I'm like, oh, I'm losing the wheels, and I almost fell. The video doesn't do any judgment, but I almost fell. So I'm losing and I'm glad that no one just rear-end my bike. But I lost all the positions that I had, and I'm like, wait a second, more sand over here. You can see Phoebe how she's bouncing. She's going all over the place because people are like bouncing. I got my teammate that just went back. He got in another, and then that's it. That's it. People has a heart rate all over the place, and now we're going to a grass place. No more sand. But look at this place. This is all new from last year. So this is shade. We have shade. We don't have a headwind, but we do have people dropping like flies. And it's not that they're dropping in purpose. It's that the sun took so much energy out of everyone that you have to like be really careful, and you have to try to be at the front. Otherwise, then you're doing what I'm doing right now, chasing. Like everyone is at the front already recovering, and I'm still doing 300 watts to get to the group. And when I get to the group, if the group is deciding to attack again, then I don't have any time to recover. So I'm trying to see if I can follow, but you will see how people jump from one side to another. I don't know exactly why, besides the times where there were riders at the front, because this is another thing, and I'm talking, and as I go, I remember things. The marathon race starts 10 minutes before the sprint. So the guys are doing 4 laps, started 10 minutes before us. So those people are gonna have people that we're gonna be able to um, go around them. That we're gonna catch. Some of them they have problem with the bikes. Some of them they just got problem with the sand area. But we are catching people, and you're gonna see it in a little bit how we pass one people here, one another over there, and so we have two lines of riding. But if you notice, no one is going. You can see the left line is kind of like going up, but not exactly. Like people just staying in the two lanes. They're not changing position. They're just going. And right now I'm trying to recover as much as I can because I have to do that last chase to be able to get back to the group. And I was told that around this area there is a part that you have to jump some woods, some boats. It's like a canal or something, and people are coming with boats. So I didn't know what to expect. So I was so aware that something may happen. So I'm like, I need to see. I don't want to just start seeing people jumping something, and I need to see what is at the front. And this is something that I will tell you, if you really want to be a contender for a race, if you really want to feel 100% safe and secure, you have to pre-ride the race, because that way you know where is the best place to be at the front, where is the best place to take a recovery. And also if they tell you like, okay, there is a little bridge that you're gonna jump, you're not expecting a Brooklyn bridge if you see it. But if you don't see it, in my mind that little bridge was like 10 times bigger. And so that's why kind of like I'm leaving a gap, because I'm like, I'm gonna have to see people like jumping. I'm gonna have to see at some point people doing something. So I was leaving a little gap, and watching to see the body language of the cyclist in front, if someone was gonna call it out. I knew that we were getting close to it, but I didn't know how close we were to it. So people are changing here and there. It's not too big of a deal for drafting. Look at the power that I've been doing, and it's just because it's grass. I'm using tires this year, and I'm gonna make another video what I have done to my bike. I was gonna get a new bike, but using the same bike of last year, I have done some improvement, and I'm gonna put a video about that pretty soon. I'm using the same bike, but I'm using different tires. My tires was slippery, and they were the best, and a lot of people use them. It was the more recommended tires for this type of terrain. But I was recommended some of the tires by a friend of mine, and I bought them, used it for the first time on this race, and I love them. But I'm gonna tell you the tire in the next video when I do a next bike video that I'm gonna do. But you can see here I got one of the guys that jump on me. You have to like be really careful, because it's not like a road race. The movement that people does to avoid things that are on the ground when you're riding gravel and stuff like that, is no one is doing it on purpose, but it's a different kind of movement. If they're gonna jump this grass that is in between the two groups here, they're not gonna jump it like it's really slow and let you know they're jumping. They have to jump quick to keep the momentum. So you're gonna see a reaction of someone just like jumping. So I'm trying to see what's going on. I know that people may be able to jump in front of me, and it already happens. But then I see that nothing is going on, and people still. So let me get back. And this is me just losing energy, guys. 400 watts, 350 just to get back to the wheel. I'm losing energy that I don't have to. But look at this. We got one of the guys, he saw the opportunity, jump on it. So that's the guy that is winning the 40 plus right now. where my buddy William is competing. So he's a really strong guy. And we have Eugene with the water bag in the bag. And I think that that's I'm gonna try next race. I'm gonna try my water bag because one of the things is all the dust in my water bottle. That's not working. So the guy in the front decided not to rotate, and I starting to follow him. And then we realized that we got a gap. So this is the first movement that I went with. Even though that guy at the front is a contender to my teammate, so I have to be careful. I can just not give him the opportunity to win over my teammate, but at the same time, it's just a first lap. It's not fair for me not to help a little, since I also have the chance to win his teammate. So it's a double card right here, guys. He's winning on his category. His teammate is winning in my category. So he can help me get third place if we go, or I don't know, because he will be winning too. So we're starting to rotate a little bit here, and there were three of us. I did a small pull. It's just that I wanna put my teammate in any kind of jeopardy. And then we have another guy here, which I realized that he's also in my teammate category. So I have 240 plus here working with me to break away. Now I cannot do that because then that will put my teammate in a bag spot. So I'm just going around, rotating around, but I'm not gonna create anything extremely in favor of this breakaway. This is not the one that I need to be. But let me show you another thing here if you're new to gravel, and also this is for David. David, I know you're going to be watching the video, so watch my RPMs right now. Guys, when you are riding on the grass, you have to be able to move your legs. The grass would destroy you if you are in low cadence. You have to be like a massive muscle man to be able to contain low cadence on the grass. You have to be able to move. That high cadence is one of the things that would help you jump in the bike. And for this type of scenarios right here, like the grass that we're going, you need to be jumping on the bike a little bit, because that jumping out of the seat will help you a lot. So high cadence for the grass is a must. I don't know if you are an old rider, a road racer, or a crit racer, and you probably were one of those guys that in the off season they ask you to go grass for training, and they did it to me. The master was one of the guys that teach me, and one of the things that he always told me was like, oh, off season you go off the road with your road bike. At that time there was not a gravel bike, and if it was not famous enough for us to have gravel bikes. So we were taking the road bike with regular tires, and we were going in the grass. And how we were able to train high cadence on the grass to get creating that resistance that the road doesn't give you, and that was it. So that high cadence would help you navigate with less power and better efficiency on the grass. Try it, train with it, and use it on your next race, and you won't regret it. So we're getting close to the part that we need to jump. So starting to get a little awareness again. I'm starting to see, and here we go, guys. There was a cone right there, and boom, the part that we need to. When I jump it the first time, this guys, the guy at the front right now is the guy that is in my category. He probably previewed this, so he knew I didn't know what to expect. So you can see the effort that I have to go to get back to them because I didn't know what to expect. So they kind of like relax a little, but I still doing like 400 watts just to get back to this wheel because I can also pull away and let somebody else do it, but come on, why should I? So we almost after that part we got a hell wind, open road to the hell wind, and then we're getting close to the to passing the start finish line for the first time, and then we're gonna do it all over again. But the camera doesn't last this complete second lap. I had third place. Trek has first place, and then there is another guy that is pretty strong that he got second place. So I was able to secure third place. We got Davis from Cowboys here at the front doing his job. He's part of the deal. He was in my category last year, and we battled to the end. And one of the best things that I got out of that experience was a friendship that we have now. That's amazing how cycling brings people together, and I like that. So he's at the front right now. He doesn't have a teammate, and he know at this time that he's winning his category because the other competitors in his category are not in the group. We're passing guys from the marathon, so he doesn't even have to go to the front anymore. He only have to survive and make it all the way to the end, and not even a sprint. He doesn't have to do that because he's already winning by being in this group. And that's what I was telling you before, that you can ride and you can race your own category. You don't have to worry about these professionals, super strong guys at the front killing everyone with that speed and power. So you can ride your own and still win. You can see the power that this guy is like, he's going for it. And he's a 40 plus. So he's in second place in front of my teammate. So I can't help him at all. Because that's going to go against what teammates do, right? So right now, we're not in any break. This is the group. But it's just a couple of people rotating at the front. And then the other ones are just in the back. I have Dave coming around me and telling me, Eric, we have 75% of the group sitting in the back. Let's chill out for a little bit. And I realized that there was only the same people going to the front, and you can see it too. Trek super active in the entire race. The guy that is in the front right now, he's pretty strong too. He got a problem with his bike on the way back. I think that I got that in video. He had a problem with the chain, and that's one of the things that if you're buying an aftermarket gears for your bike, make sure that your back shifter is for gravel, because the spring that you need to have, it has to be strong enough to be able to jump all the time and doesn't take your chain out of your bike. That's not his situation. He got a different situation, but that just came to my mind because it happens to me one time when I put a regular shifters. So here we go, Trek attacking, and I believe that's a guy that I cannot let go. So I don't know what happened here. I don't remember. So the other Trek guy, as soon as I see it, you can see, you can even see my speed. We're not going over 20 miles anymore. Now we're going 19, and we got another Trek going. So now we have 2 out of the 4 that are racing today at the front. So we have to do something here, because this guy at the front is not going to do anything. He's just going to go pretty slow because he got 2 teammates at the front and they know how to work. So I need to put some power here and try to get some people on board and see what we do, because one of them, I can't let him go. He's part of he's in front of me in points, which at the end there was nothing that I could do. He won, and congratulations. So we got the other guy here. We got a couple of people pushing, but we got a track. We got another track. So what do you think they're gonna do? This is the other guy that is in my category with a orange helmet. Super strong kid. I don't know how old he is, but he looks pretty young. This guy behind him, he was racing the 40 plus. He was not on the last race, but he came to this one. Pretty strong too. He's using the tires that I used to have. So 18 miles, 17 miles an hour. What does that mean? Does that mean that we got Trek at the front holding right now? Not holding, but they don't have to pull. They got two people at the front. Why should they? So look how we're going over here. We 18 miles an hour. Now I kind of block. I'm not gonna be able to jump from this corner. I have to either go around or wait until someone take the initiative of going. But I'm not gonna be able to do much. What should I do? So we got two guys. Now we have one of us. Now we have Christian, which used to be my former teammate, still my really good friend. Now he's racing for Pioneer. He went to the front, and I have my teammate with him. They're both on the 50 category, but you can see how the speed grows right now. They're going to chase us Trek, and they're going to bring it back. And I'm so glad that wasn't me. But look at the speed. We back to 22 and we keep going. 23. Look at my watts. Over 300 watts, 24 miles an hour. They're pulling it at the front. And doing 400 watts, guys. That's a different from the road race. The gravel, the resistance to the gravel, 25 miles an hour. So are they ready? Did they already? I think so. I think that they already grabbed the group. So this is one of the corners. I'm pretty bad at cornering. I'm still thinking that I'm gonna slip out because of the wheels the tires that I used to have. But I need to get better on that. Also, this time I raced with a 45. I used to have a 42. Now I put a 45 and I did 28 psi. I feel super comfortable. Super comfortable. For the sprint, a little sloppy, but for riding on the gravel and cornering, all the back corners that you can see me doing is just me. It's not the bike. So right now we got right to left win, and we all back together and we're getting close to the finish line. But this is not the last lap. This is the first lap. So everyone is getting ready to do the job, and this is something that happens in any type of races. If you're racing and you're getting close to that end, when you know that everyone is there, your family, your friends, the cameras, and whatnot, everyone is concentrated at you starting going faster. For some reason, you want to pass that finish line, either first position or close by. It's a feeling. It's just by the feeling of being in a race and you going to the part where everyone is at. Because there was not point on this lap. As a matter of fact, there was one, but it was won by David, which is in front of me. David won that frame. It was on his category, and he was able to secure it pretty easily. So we're still going, and you can see whoever is at the front is pretty smart. It's race smart, because the win is coming from your right, from the right of the riders right here. So whoever's at the front is putting everyone in pain, because he's so close to the left that no one can shadow for that win. You can see the power that we're doing. and forget about the mileage per hour. The mileage in gravel is not, it's crazy. It's not nothing related to, if you are a racer and you look at the mileage, you will probably get discouraged. Believe me, it's a lot of fun in a slow motion, but it's a lot of fun. So now we got tailwind. You can see how I'm just costing, um, and Dave is costing, and we're still doing 25 miles an hour. We got tailwind to the end, and look how tricky the end is. You will see now how tricky it is. We're passing riders. So we got a couple of riders that are already making it over there. You can see it at the front. We got another group over here. So we need to catch that group. We have to be careful. There's only one more lap. And if 4 or 5 guys decide to go and they keep the pace, everyone else is done. So look at how tricky. You have to come in this grass, make a sharp right. And then we have to go like around here, and then we're getting back. So you have to go through the corner. Look, you see how well marked it is. So Dave right here, he's losing a little of the grip, and I have to get back to that group. So let me put some watts and get close to that group, because otherwise I have to be there. Otherwise I'm gonna lose that wheel for sure. So let me get back the roll. The feeling of that roll, it's only a few pedal strokes, but the feeling is amazing. So we got a car that was coming. This is a place where you can bring those boats. That's why we put that we have to jump that little bridge in the other side. So look at the gate that we have in front right here, guys. You're gonna see that gate. The gate is not open all the way anymore. You're gonna see how they close it right now, and you have to look at this. You have to even bring your head down, otherwise you will get in trouble. That's amazing. So now we got look, he's looking down. He lost a chain. Look at the chain, man. That's a chain. Oh, in my Spanglish sounds the same, but it's a chain. That he lost his chain. Okay. He couldn't get back to the group, and I'm sure that was a boomer, because this is a section where we have the tailwind, and you have to put a lot of power to match just the speed that we're doing. So we have Hopman on the front here. Pretty impressed with his performance this year compared to last year. I don't know what he's doing. I think that he's putting that effort and time. I'm pretty impressed with him this year. He's doing amazing. Super strong. So the group is smaller now. I'm pretty much the last one right here, or I think that I have one guy behind me. Small group. Not that many people anymore. Yeah, this is the guy that was the last guy. So it's just 2 of us, and then maybe a few more at the front. We lost some people. We still lost some people before the end, and then the group becomes smaller. Most of the time in gravel, you don't have to worry too much about attacking like a grid race, because just the scenarios and the situations would eliminate a lot of contenders on their own. You don't have to put that extra effort, but you have to be aware of those strong guys, not to let them go to the front 100%, because they would make your life pretty hard, and you're not gonna be able to be a contender. So you have to be close and aware all the time. But I think that I have talked enough. Hopefully you watch all the way to here, because you already know how the new RAW is, and there was a few people concerning about the new sand part, and the other one, in my opinion, is way better. It's like a 2.0 compared to the last one. I really like it, and if I have to decide for the next year which one to go, if I go with the previous year or this year, I would 100% go with this year, and I would go the day before and do a little training so I know what lines to take and what not. Um, we got Tony here on the front again. Pretty strong rider. He won the marathon 60 plus last year, and now he's doing the 60 plus on the sprint. Look at the tires that he's using, and the bike. Well, what can I say? But okay, guys. We have maybe like 20 more minutes until I lose the battery on my GoPro. Um, I also had my Meta glasses, but with the assignment, I only record a small amount. I didn't record the end or nothing, which I was completely fine to do because I have the battery and I have the space. But I didn't do it. I have to get better on that. Pretty amazing those glasses are for like tiny videos and stuff. So I'm gonna let you to it, and I'm gonna put some music for the end of those 20 minutes. If you're still watching, thank you very much. Like I said at the beginning, these videos are made for the memories, for you to learn the role, tactics, who's doing what this time, and maybe it's you the one in these videos for the next time. If you want to become part of the racing community here in Southwest Florida, I would recommend you to do this series, no matter what kind of or what level of cycling you have. I was super proud and impressed with my wife. She raced last race. She did the time trial and she did the race. She got third place, first race ever in her new gravel bike, which is not even tuned up for an aggressive race bike, and she just jumped on it and did 2 hours of racing and a time trial, and a heartbeat was to the roof when she arrived because the emotions and super proud and super impressed. And she was not the only one. There was Stephanie, another girl that was her first ever race. So don't be afraid to come and race to any of these races. Just live the experience and see if you like it and if you have time to do it again. And if you do, welcome. Go and do it again, because this is a really take away from your everyday situation, and also it push you to your limits, and some people they go over the limits. So that's one of the girls right there on the right side that does a 60 miles. She's on her second lap. She's still got two. We're going to the end, but she's going to 2 more laps. Impressive. I won't do 60 miles on gravel, not yet. I can. My brain can't tolerate that. But I have people that tell me the same with the 30 miles. They tell me I won't drive 4 hours to do 30 miles. So it's a pain of what suits you better. And here we go. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna put some music, let you enjoy the end, and thank you again for watching, and I see you in the next one.